Hi BookTube, it's Gina. Happy Friday. We made it through the week. Yay! I've had construction going on at my house this week, which is why I've been a little AFK recently. We are building a new deck. Well, we're replacing the old deck. It was in really rough shape. There were holes. We had spots where it had punched through. It's been risky for a while. I love my deck time, but that has meant that I have just had construction going on and it is loud. They're sawing. The poor cats are hiding in the closet. It's just been a little bonkers. And in addition to that, when it is quiet, it's so hot. I've got these huge, loud, standalone air conditioners, these portable ones, and I can't turn them off because we're having this heat wave. It's beautiful today though, and it's probably 78 degrees. I'm not sure. I haven't been outside yet today because I'm working. But the construction workers did not show up today. This is our foster kitten. This is Gracie. Isn't she cute? If I remember, I will insert a picture of when we got her. She was the scrawniest little rat looking like thing. Really bad shape. So we've fattened her up a little bit. It's been a lot of fun. So anyway, Friday Reads. I want to talk to you about what I've been reading this week, which includes a book for Garbogist and a book for Book Trek 2022, both of which events I am a co-host of, although I've not been a very strong co-host this year, just due to what I've been already talking about. But I'm so excited to be participating because these are both super duper fun events. Book Trek, you know, is very close to my heart. I love Star Trek. I'm, I would say, a medium Star Trek fan. I don't know. I've watched all of the series up through about half of Enterprise, but I've not watched any of the new ones. So I'm going to get, I think I'm going to get Paramount Plus so that I can watch some of the new Star Treks this month and next month. But that's a whole another video. Let me show you what I've been reading this week because this has been so far so much fun. The first thing is my Star Trek book for the week, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I have not finished either of these books because they're both super short, but you know how it goes, is Uhura's Song. I don't know if you can see that very well. I need to get an iPad so I can have a little iPad to show up here. Uhura's Song by Janet Kagan. This is a Star Trek story that is really centered around Uhura and a friendship that she made many years ago with a race of people that are cat-like. And the cat-like friend, her planet is having a plague and people are dying, and the Enterprise is assigned to go and try and help and figure it out. And it is such a wonderful story. So far, I'm loving it. The relationship between Uhura and she can't see her friend because the planet is quarantined, so they can't be together. But it's been such a sweet friend story, such a fun kind of figuring out how to solve the problem story, which I love. And the cover is, I'll show you again because, I minimized it so you can't really see it, but it's a really fun cover. I'd love to try and find an old vintage copy of that one. I will definitely finish that this weekend. It's fairly short. And that one is for Book Trek, but it does also qualify as Garbogist material because it's A of all Star Trek, and B of all, it's got a cat person on the cover, which I think is fantastic. I love my Star Trek reading, which I'm so glad that Vin asked me to help co-host last year for Book Trek 2021, because otherwise I don't think I would have ever started reading any Star Trek fiction, and it's just so much fun. It is a rip-roaring good time, and I'm loving this one. And then next, I am reading this beauty, A Day Like Spring by Jane Fraser, who I've already talked about this, but this is a Harlequin romance from 1964. Look at this. I bought this. This is the opposite of being disappointed when you receive a book you've bought online. Isn't this glorious? It is literally in like never read brand new condition. So I'm reading it like this so I don't mess it up. But Jane Fraser is the pseudonym for my beloved Rosamund Pilcher. And I've been hunting for these early books that she wrote. They're very hard to find. I'd like to actually find some Gunji copies so I can just read them and not worry about them, because this one I just don't want to mess up. They're not available online. There are no ebooks. They're very hard to find. Now this one, I'm going to say for Garbagist, I am a little bit rogue when it comes to reading trash, because I'm going to call this sweet Garbagist reading material, because it is not trashy, but it is a Harlequin, and one of the bingo card options for Garbagist is to read a Harlequin or a Mills and Boon romance. And so this qualifies. It's so sweet. I'm just loving this, you guys. It's got Rosamund Pilcher's signature beautiful descriptions about nature and about the domestic details. And it's very sweet romance. You know, I'm only about halfway through. I'll finish this one today too. You know exactly how it's going to end. It has none of the more current sort of what I would call, the bodice ripping, where there's lots of heaving and all of that in some of the newer romances. It's very sweet, and really just wonderful. I'm absolutely loving it. And then my bookmark is Garbagist. Criminale made me read it. Isn't that adorable? And so this is a super fun. I've got another one of these I'm going to also get to this month. I didn't grab it, but I do have a few other ones. I didn't do a TBR for August. The time has gotten away from me. I have a bunch of Star Trek books, so depending on time, I would like to get to Mudd's Angels. I love the cover of this book so much, and I love Harry Mudd. He is such a fun character, so I'd like to get to this one. I also got a new one called The Monsters of Star Trek that I'm going to try and get to. These are super short and super fast reads, so unless I don't know why I've been having a hard time just settling my brain down enough to just sit and read. So that's my other problem. Then I also got this Danielle Steele Second Chance. Ollie sent me this one, and I read Danielle Steele when I was in my youth, when I was in high school, and loved her. So I haven't revisited it in a long time. So I'm going to try and get to this one. It's another short one. It is only 267 pages. So that'd be a fast read. And then I just bought this Emily by Jilly Cooper. This was kind of funny because I ordered this from an online bookstore like 2 months ago. It never arrived. The tracking said it was lost in the post. And then the person who sold it to me contacted me and said, this just got returned to me as I don't remember, she didn't say undeliverable, but it went back to her, and she said, do you want me to resend it? And I was like, yes, please. And then I received it like 3 days later, really, really fast. Jilly Cooper is, I think, a quite famous, but I've never read anything by her before, romance author. And this is, it looks like set in Scotland, which I also really love. So we'll see. I don't know anything about this one, but look at that cover. Ooh, wine, sheets, a little romance. So I think that one's going to be a lot of fun too. Since I just have one more thing to update you on, since I I haven't talked to you for a while. I did want to tell you about two really fun things that I did a couple weeks ago. And the first one was a silent reading party with my friend Sandy. She did a video on it, and I will link that down below so that you can go see what it was like. We went to a fancy hotel lounge in Seattle. They, every other week, have a reading party. You go in, it's like darkly lit. They turn the lights on just enough so you have enough light to read. They've got drinks, they've got food, they have a piano player, and they just say, okay, it's time to stop talking. Everybody stops talking, and for 2 hours, you just read. So would it not be really fun to, for Garb August, go to a fancy hotel, go to a silent reading party, have a glass of champagne, and read Mudd's Angels or something else that has a kind of funky cover? I think that would be fun. I might do that, but I have a feeling I'm not going to make it to a silent reading party. This month is already whizzing by. And then the last fun thing that I did was Shakespeare in the Park. Seattle has a booming Shakespeare in the Park industry. It's not an industry because it's free, but they every year, fun, tons of performances. My little town has a park, and Shakespeare comes to my little town, which is just wonderful. And so we went and watched Henry V, which I had never seen. I'd actually never seen any of the political plays put on before. I've seen a bunch of the comedies and let's see, what else? I think they've done like The Merchant of Venice and Midsummer Night's Dream. I mean, they've had, they do every year a bunch of different ones. So this was just tons of fun. You take a picnic, some chairs, you sit outside. It is so much fun. I had a great time at Shakespeare in the Park. And yeah, this weekend, I think I'm just going to kind of take it easy. It's just been a little chaotic around here. So I think I'm just going to read this weekend, take it easy, and relax a little bit. I mean, it's not like my life is that busy, but it's been a little busier than I like it. Let's just say that, with the construction and stuff. So that is it for me for Friday. What have you been reading? And do you have any fun plans for the weekend? I hope that you're just going to read and relax and have a nice drink and hopefully get some sunshine, but not too much sunshine because it's too hot, way too hot. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Bye.